If this is your first time, thank you so much for joining us. And if you've been watching us, thank you too. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Do well to follow our TikTok handle at Curiosity Kana. My name is Fedi, and today we have familiar faces here. So I'll just let them introduce themselves.
Well, thank you once again for having me. I think today is my second time of joining this.
Yes.
My name is Kennedy Usuyansa.
My name is Caleb Ishan, aka Tino.
My name is Messi Ewa.
Today we will be focusing on Gen Z influence, which can also be known as generational influence. And I think most people do not know what influence is. It is basically the ability to sway someone's perception about something, basically through communication, persuasion, or maybe showing them something that may be of interest of those people. But then this topic is very broad, so we would delve into it in segments. We'll treat it through the social media influence, then we'll go back to is it community or cultural influence, and a whole lot. What do you guys think about the social media aspects of Gen Z influence?
I think with the social media, the influence, there are a lot, huh?
Yeah, I also think so.
Recently, I think I saw one video of a certain guy driving some car with some full speed. I must say, he did that due to some videos he watched. So he was influenced,
yes, by someone's
exactly,
or maybe actions.
And now he's dead now. He's gone.
He had an accident.
Yeah.
Oh.
And he's gone now. So Charlie, it's really bad.
I think this trend is quite happening in our country now. Ghana to be precise. And it goes a whole lot way of we adapting to most of the social media influence. I mean, we all just want to look up to them, and then what they, in a way, what they also do. You get it? So it's a kind of, we are trying to just cope. When I say cope, I mean, we are just trying to adapt what they do. You get it? Maybe I have my favorite social media personnel. What I'll do is I just learn from the person what the person is also doing. I think there's an influence trending all over the social media.
And please don't get him wrong. If you are looking at someone, it's an influence.
It's an influence, yeah.
To some extent, yes. So don't take the bad side of it. That's as in, if you are not able to even afford what the person is having, you are supposed to be influenced by the person's career and the good things the person does, not what would bring shame or would bring a negative effect to your life. Listen, wow.
I don't know how much. I think social media influence, what Gen Z influence has been in existence in this particular generation, and it's really deeping into our lives a lot. We tend to social media and we see things that even you know yourself that you cannot do, but because you see it on social media, you want to practice it, you want to adapt to it. Maybe that's not how you were raised, but what for social media now I can say obi oyino onya likes into so why dream no dream say who you also benya likes until now. So you just set a camera in front of you and then you tend to go naked for views. So I think it's really going really
and then it's kind of a way that I think since it has been in our generation for now, I think that's what you're supposed to do. If you try to
feel accepted,
exactly. If you try to go back to the old era, you cannot cope and fit it into the
right now. It will not even
because
fit.
in a way we can see you to be like you are not modernized in a way. It's like the advanced way that you're all trying to move. You're not trying to fit for us to move forward. You get it? So I think it's a trend now, and then that is what exactly we are all focusing on.
But
now,
you know you can fit without being influenced.
No, there is no way you can fit without being influenced. For me, there were certain things I didn't used to do back then. Do you get it?
But
now,
we are doing
because
it
of
now.
social media trends, what people out there are doing, I'm trying to cope, and then just prevail the same.
we are
thing.
talking
We are
about
trying to
the
get
negative
accepted.
influence.
We are
Yes,
taking,
yes.
we are talking about
Just the
negative, positive, how people are just influenced in this generation.
But in a way, there is two ways it carries. Do you get
Yes.
it? We have the negative side and then the positive side. Some people use it wisely, others too don't. Do you get
They
it?
get carried
Because
away.
most of the people we are even looking up to in the social media field, we the adapters, that is not what we are doing. We are even doing extra
More than
Yes.
more than those that we are trying
And then
to.
also, let us all learn that sometimes think that it's not all things that you see on social media that are actually true. People
Exactly.
can actually stage things. They can make up things to become,
Yeah.
in their minds, they are living comfortable life.
Yeah.
So, Obi Beka said, fake it till you make it. So the person is there faking it, and now you are behind the scenes.
Yeah.
You too, you've been so gripped with the thing. You want to become like the
But
person,
since it's
and then
Since it's an influence, that's how you are supposed to do. Do you get it? Though you don't have much, you are trying to adapt from someone.
exactly.
So you in all way you show much interest in that. Do you get it? If you don't have ways and means of you getting that thing, is
That's what
very-
people are doing now.
Doing now.
Let's say that it's even cut across to friendship. Let's say that you and I, we are friends, and I've noticed that you have everything in life, like you have everything.
He's living a soft
Let's say
Yes,
when I
that's
come
right.
to your house, you are living the soft life, you are living the good life. Hey, Miss, so I wish that I'm like this. So in my mind, let's say that even we are women, oh, in my mind I'm thinking that, hey, Anna Fidaus, she's living with an older man, and then the old man is doing that.
Meanwhile, it's my father.
You don't know the source of her income. Oh. You don't know the source of her income because you've seen that she's living the soft life and she's living comfortably or whatever. You too.
You want to also
Chinchina, you want to become like
Meanwhile,
like
you don't
Fidaus.
you don't have
Yes.
that.
Meanwhile, you don't have the things
Yeah, exactly.
that makes it up for you to become like Fidaus. Let it go already.
Exactly.
Let us all learn that our destinies aren't tied together. What will go right for Fidaus wouldn't go right for me.
So as you are being influenced, you take measures.
Let it
Measures,
influence
yes.
you accordingly.
In a rightful way.
That's why I'm saying that we should use it wisely.
Yes.
Do you understand? We even go extra more doing things more than the people we are looking out there.
Actually.
Do you get it? So I think when you want to have that pace, when you want to do that, I think you have to set a measure for yourself.
Boundaries.
Do you get it?
Please, in our first video, we treated relationship limits. So if you think you don't have self-control, you can go and watch it before you come and
Later.
watch this one. Yes.
Try and limit yourself.
Yes.
Exactly.
And I feel right now with the musicians are using it wisely because those times they were not having this TikTok and everything.
Yeah.
But right
They are
now-
using social media
Yeah.
to promote.
That's a positive
Yes,
impact.
that's
That's a
That's what I'm saying. They are
Yeah.
using it wisely. But with us, our Gen Z's, Charlie,
We want
We are doing things
We want to do
in an
things.
extraordinary
I will lie
manner.
to you.
We want
Yeah.
to do exceptional things. Do you get it? Yeah. So I think it should be a positive way, as we are all saying that we should use it wisely in a positive. And then I really, in a way, sometimes try to appreciate the musicians out there. I think they are doing incredible. And then these are some of the things that is promoting them.
I feel like they are using this particular platform so well,
Yeah.
and it is putting all of us Africans,
And not
Ghanaians,
even the
us on the map, and that's a plus for all of
Plus for
us.
us.
the dancers too are also doing
Yes.
with it.
Actually.
That's actually some of the positive things
Exactly.
that are really coming out from social
Yeah.
media, and then some of the negative things. Every day we are talking about it.
Don't worry.
No,
Not
today.
No,
But then let's move to cultural influence.
Great.
There are things we used to do back in the olden days. I mean, negative things, but because of cultural assimilation, because of other people's culture, we've been able to get rid of it. So I think influence, Gen Z influence to a point, is something we should all embrace.
Because
Some point, yes.
in the olden days, they used to even do this depot right thing.
Yeah.
You will leave your breast with nothing, that they are going to do some traditional something for you.
Oh, but then right
They
now
still do
people
it,
are
but then
going.
it's not like
Yeah.
People are wearing
No, they
No,
say
do
it.
the depot was
In-
very good. It was just to show people that you are of age, and it's also helped in curbing teenage pregnancy. So the depot was a very
They still do it.
Yes,
But then
they
it's
still
not
do it,
like-
but then
it's not like it's not
Because-
that serious like before.
Yes.
because of
Exactly.
influence
Exactly.
from other people's culture.
Yes.
But then me, I think what really helped us was the female genital mutilation and the witch campaign and
Yeah.
all those
Yeah.
bullshits.
And then in this particular generation, if let's say if that's having a baby, when she gives birth, automatically she wants her child to speak English.
I
She
know.
doesn't want a child to speak
Yes.
It's-
Yes,
it's-
assimilating
it's-
people's
it is
culture.
getting out of hand. So
It's-
what
it's
about
not-
our own language?
In a way, it's not getting out of hand because it's just the generation we have now. You get it?
Okay.
It is
In
the
your
trend.
opinion, you are saying all the time, but then mostly parents nowadays want their children to speak only.
Serious.
Only
To the extent that if you speak tree to their child,
It's like
They
it's
get
an-
angry.
It's an abomination
So
for the
I
child to
watched
know
this.
how to speak true.
I don't know whether it was kind of interview when they were Ghanaian children that have been taken to abroad just to school, and then it was quite surprising that they were fully adapted to tree.
do you know that those abroad, they tend to teach their children our
Yes.
language
Yes.
more than we that we stay here.
But then
Really
the interview I watched, these children, according to the interviewee, how do I even put it? The interviewer, it was kind of when they were going to abroad, they were very, very good of speaking Twi. But when they got there, the advanced way of how the things are running over there automatically changed them. And then they started
But-
speaking. Now the
No, we are
computer.
not-
From what you're saying, it doesn't mean
It's
if I
a
give
trend.
birth and then I speak to the person wouldn't get the English or something like that. Is that what you're saying?
No, but it's a trend. It's a trend.
It's a trend, but then as you are teaching the person other people's culture, you have your own. You have
Exactly.
to embrace your own.
And then
If you
this-
don't publish your
No,
own out there, who will see?
we have tried it in a way that our children are getting lost at this time.
Oh yes,
How
of
many
course,
Ghanaian
they
children
are.
do you know that speak Twi fluently? How many people? Because of the trend, now they have tend to, white children. And then you meet a child, you ask the child, it's the same, then the person will be looking at you. A Ghanaian child.
doesn't even know what
Exactly,
what you are
a Ghanaian
talking
child.
about.
What are you talking about? I don't get it. So you are supposed to speak English. Because it's a trend, nobody wants, now currently, Ghanaian parents don't want to train their children to adapt to the Twi speaking. Do you get it? They want to train them that they will be very good in terms of speaking English. And this is what is currently happening now. How many Ghanaian children do you know them? I would say that those in the urban areas that can speak the Twi fluently. But when they come to the city, for instance, like her like this, they try to cope with the system.
We are not saying it is not good for you to train your child for the person to know other people's culture, but in a way for you to forget yours. That's what we are saying. It is no, because you are not supposed to protect someone else's culture whilst yours
without-
is there. Yes. So I think it's very good for parents to train their child, because sometimes they'll be like, okay, what I am not able to do, I would want my child to do.
Yeah.
Yes. So as you are training your child to master
To be
the
an advanced person.
English language, you should also make sure that they
really
have their
understand our
cultural
culture
rights.
as
Yes.
well.
Okay, so I think that as a parent, nobody is trying to show you or teach you how to raise your child. But mind you, your child will become a member of a society. So learn how to train your child well.
Before the person forgets their
But you know
roots.
that
Learn,
it's
teach
very
them.
sad when you ask a child or when you ask any grown person how most of our cultural rights are performed in Ghana.
They don't even know.
Most of them don't know.
Yes, of course.
All that they know is we are an advanced way and all these are outmoded. Meanwhile, it became part of us. and in a way pass
Makes
that.
us who we are.
Exactly.
It
For
actually
instance,
defines
just
us.
like the co-write for instance talked about. Yes, when we grew up to that stage, we are supposed to have that right before for you to stay clean, for us to know that indeed you are
Yes,
really.
you're not sleeping around.
Do you get it? And all these were things that were preventing unwanted pregnancy and all that. Do you get it? And I think it's a kind of things that we parents and then the people that we associate ourselves, we must learn before we try to adapt certain cultures from outside.
Now let's talk about our mode of dressing. Right now, you see, initially, we used to dress in a certain way. I know, we assimilating people's culture as influenced as us a lot. But then in a way where I don't know how to put it, you can just wear anything at all.
All in the name of fashion.
All in the name of fashion and trends.
It's
And
really
then
bad.
civilization to precise.
I know, right? Should we talk about marital rights? Someone will go and do civil wedding. The person will do a white wedding. The person will still do traditional marriage. Why? Only you.
That is the trend.
But in the olden
That
days,
is the
they just
trend-
used to do
that is the trend
traditional
system
marriage.
now.
That's
Yes,
the trend
because
now.
all of
You
it
see,
is
it
marriage.
is generation by generation. Do you get it?
Then this means
Where
that
we
the
are
other generation
currently-
now come there, the things they will do.
I'm telling you, where we are currently, we cannot go back to adapt that system. Do you get it? Because we are in a way, we are in advanced way. I think the traditional world constitutes to be the right way of getting
Yes.
married.
So
You-
after the traditional marriage, do you know why people add civil marriages to their marital rights?
Mhm.
Because you see, our tradition, some of them, when the man dies, they will just take everything, and the family of the deceased will just take everything from the man, and they will leave their children. But then, when it is on the paper, it is on documents that you are the wife of the deceased. There is no way these
No,
people can come
but
and take
all
it
these
from
has been in existence for so many years. It is
But
some.
then
It's
assimilating
like
people's culture
it's
really
like a
reducing-
set rule. Do
But
you get
it's reducing it. Because
Now?
if court says give the wife all the properties, will you say it's tradition?
It's how
You can't. No,
in
it's
a way-
the law. It's the law.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Initially, we weren't governed that way, but right now we have authority.
This thing came into existence when people actually realized that because there are no rules or laws.
No,
In
That's-
you
traditional
should say
marriage.
because no. When you say that because there were no rules or laws in those days, no,
No,
it-
I'm trying to say that in those
Rules
days,
that
semino we are not going to sign anything. I try say miwa wo fameja
but
pade na.
it was a set of rules. Do you
But
get
we
it?
got into a point
Now-
in time right now.
Yes, I understand in our system of government. Now this step has been attached in a way that both couples will not be fighting or struggling over in terms of properties.
Yes.
Do you get it? But those rules were there before. Do you get it? It was still in process. It was still there. Now let's say assuming you have a child. Let's say two children were to Caleb. Do you get it? And then you decide to stop marriage. This is how it's gonna be. And it's either in those days, so it's either no, they call the two couples. Do you get it? Then ask the reason why maybe you want to leave the marriage and all that. Then they know if there is a property, they try to take some because the child is going to the mom.
In your case, you're talking about divorce. I was talking about death separating the both of them, the two of them. You see, in some cultures, like when the husband
And
dies,
up till now, it still
Some
goes
people do
on.
it.
We are talking about the media influencing
No.
our marriage, right?
we are talking about the cultural influence.
Aspect of it, yeah.
Yes. So we assimilating other people's culture into ours,
How?
to fit into ours.
Okay.
So right now we spoke about the speaking of other people's language, and right now we are back to we spoke about the mode of dressing.
So how it
and
has
right,
affected.
yes, and how it has affected us both negative and positively. But then right now we are at marital rights.
Okay.
Alright.
Yes.
Okay.
Did you guys get
Yes.
it?
Yes.
Yes.
So I think this is where we would end this show. Do all to follow our TikTok handle at Curiosity Canal. We'll see you next time.